Welcome back to Nikki's Scrapbooking Adventures. Today I'm going to introduce the kit I am going to be using for Collection Obsession. This is going to be in conjunction with another project that I am completing for John Henry's Journey. I am going to go ahead and use the Hello Baby, It's a Boy collection by Echo Park. I have a lot of this collection. So I thought I would go ahead and try to use it for my John Henry's Journey album. I've already kind of showed you in the past how much of this collection I have left, so I'm not even going to worry about it. But I do want to talk about what my album looks like, what my pre-work has been for this, because I am going to go ahead and do a mix of 12 by 12 and pocket pages. So I have already completed these 12 by 12 layouts, and this is just highlighting some major events in my son's life, like his birthday and surgery and getting to meet his aunt and uncle and some more medical things like being intubated and extubated. So I just wanted kind of an overview page of his life, things that are important to his journey. So I went ahead and did this, but that also poses the problem that my next several pages are probably going to be pocket pages, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do on the back side of this page. But before we do that, I want to talk about kind of some of the prep work that I have completed prior to this step. So I've been dreaming about this project for quite some time, and so I have dedicated a 12 by 12 iris case to this project. Right now you can just see that it has all of my pocket page configurations in it. Okay, each of these little packets used to hold 10 when I first bought it. Now I have used this one on my other album to document JJ's footprints, but these are what I'm going to be using for this album with John Henry. And I thought this would be a little bit easier to use because I have a set format that I'll have to use in order to document his story. In a 12 by 12, there is so much to choose. You have to choose your base page, you have to choose your photo orientation, you have to figure out how big your journaling is going to be, you have to figure out the title for each of those pages. So I thought that pocket pages were the way to go with this project. I think it's kind of a double-edged sword because I have pre-printed all of the photos that I'm going to use in 4x6 format. Okay, so I have all of these photos. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. And some of them are in horizontal and some of them are in vertical. So now I'm going to have the challenge of figuring out photos to layout styles, right? Some more pre-work that I did is I typed up John Henry's Carrying Bridge. I actually just copied and pasted it already into a Word document. I did that quite a long time ago because what I was nervous about is that Carrying Bridge gets obsoleted, doesn't work anymore, and I won't be able to get my son's story. So I wanted to make sure to copy all of his entries plus everybody's comments that were on those entries. So these photos are from what I uploaded from Carrying Bridge and plus a little bit extra, depending on what story I want to tell. So now that I have everything as an electronic document, what I'll be able to do is copy those entries into text boxes that are the appropriate size, 4x3 or 4x6 or 6x6 in some cases on these layouts, these pocket pages, right? I also did a little pre-work and just kind of had a typed up version of those first 2 pages from his album. I did this prior to actually making this timeline so that I knew what dates I wanted to actually put on here. So I'll just kind of keep this handy during the entire project so that I can kind of reference back where I'm at in the timeline. Then, more prep work that I did is I decided, okay, I need to actually know the layout orientation of my pocket pages so that I can make an informed decision on which pocket page I want to use for this layout. Okay. So I also decided to put the number of pocket pages on here. This is a lot of work. This is a big, big task. I'm hoping that I'm making it easier on myself by doing some of this prep work, having my photos printed, having these pocket pages. This album clearly is going to be massive. I would rather it just stay in one album instead of multiple, but clearly I have 2 things from Shutterfly. It probably is going to be 2 albums, but I thought instead of making a page for every single day of his life, because that's just not realistic, I would dedicate a pocket page to a day or 2 or 3. So we'll see how this goes. I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated on what we're going to do based on what pre-work I've done, what photos I've printed, what layout design I use, those kinds of things. So my plan is to use the Hello Baby Boy collection, try to use it up. All of my pocket pages are not necessarily going to have this collection, but I've had this collection for so long that I want to use it and I want it to be done. It is cute. It is great. But my JJ is now too old for this baby boy stuff. He's a toddler now. We've moved past it. So, if you would go ahead and subscribe, check out the playlist for John Henry's journey as I continue throughout this. I may not focus on this specific project every day this month. I probably will skip around because this is a hard story to tell. My son passed away and this is going to be one of his final albums. So there's definitely going to be some breaks for when I'm strong enough to actually do this project. That's why it's taken so long. I think I printed these back in 2020. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.